All right, everybody. Hello, hello. This is Joy Packard, and we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are here on a different platform. So hopefully you are joining us live here. And let's see if we can. If you see this on your timeline, you can share it out. Start a watch party if you like, and we're gonna basically be interviewing here what we were talking about. I'm so excited. We have our live event coming up April 4th through the 6th right here in Houston. And we're going to have 22 speakers. And so we're going to have interviews with each and every one of them. And so I am going to introduce to you Robert Bagley. He's going to be one of our amazing speakers at our event. And I've known Robert and been following him for a few years now. He probably doesn't even know that. A lot of people that I have, I think the last event that I had, they were really surprised when I was introducing them because, they didn't know I was following them. So anyway, we're super excited to have him on. Like I say, we had to switch platforms, but I'm glad that we have this working now. So we're going to take a little bit of time. And if you could just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, Robert. And
Sure.
I'm going to kind of edit this caption a little bit so people can kind of see what we're talking about. So.
Awesome. All right. Do we have anybody joining, or can't we tell yet?
We have a couple of viewers, yes.
Oh, well, welcome.
Viewers.
Welcome. Any names we know, or any shout outs we can give them?
Let's see. This particular one is not letting me. I'm sure I'll be able to see it in a little bit.
Oh, well, anyway, thanks for joining us, folks. Joy, thank you for having me on, and thanks for inviting me to be a speaker at this show. I know last year was a great success, and so I'm humbled and honored to be a speaker at this one. And I'll keep it real brief. I mean, I've been in the corporate world, and I've been an entrepreneur both. I'm a mixed bag, right? And so I've always had side hustles to the side hustles to the side hustles. But because I just have an entrepreneurial spirit, and of course, with the advent of online marketing and e-commerce, I found a great interest in that. And so, I started off as a carpet cleaner, and then I went into the carpet world after I built up a business in my 20s, sold that in my late 20s, and then I've been working for the carpet and flooring industry ever since. But one time back in 2012, I think it was 12 or 13, I started to set up some affiliate websites, with affiliate links. And that led me to FBA selling, which then led me to publishing, which now is what I do primarily on Amazon. And I also am into digital assets and cryptocurrency investments and finding ways to do passive income there as well online. In addition to my busy 100-hour-a-week corporate job where I'm a senior vice president of sales for the whole United States for one of the largest carpet manufacturers in the world. So there you go.
Wow, cool. Can we get you we see, I'm going to have you move your camera a little bit where we can see your beautiful face more. It's kind of like tilted. Do you have it where you can lift it up a little more? There you go, a little bit, right? Yeah, a little bit better right there, yeah. That's awesome. As you guys can see, he is a man of many skills. And when I was asking him to speak, there were very many things that he could speak on, and we had to narrow it down because just has so many things that he could share with us. But I'm super excited about his topic that he will be sharing at the event, and he'll be talking a little bit about it tonight because it's one that many of you can do, and you can start, in a couple of days, within an hour.
Yeah,
a little bit about it. What's the name of your topic? And we had it, but we had to start a new thing. So that way people who are coming on can hear what you're talking about.
Oh, sure. No problem. So we dubbed the title tonight, Book Publishing on Amazon, the Ultimate Private Label, right? So everybody's trying to find private label products, or I'm sure they still are. I've been kind of out of the Amazon FBA world for a while since I went full publishing, but I do know that drop shipping and private label products are a big deal. Well, when you publish your own book, it's the ultimate private label, so that's why we put that on there. Oh, look at you, good, that's nice. So there it is. Yeah. I mean, and to your point, Joy, you nailed it. It can be done quickly. It can be done easily. I mean, if you can do a Word document, you can turn that into a Kindle, which then could be turned into a print on demand, which then could be turned into an audiobook. So that's what I've been doing for the last, well, since 2013 when I first published my first Kindle, and all it was a 25-page paper I wrote in my master's program. So
Wow. How long did it take you to, how long did it take you? Let me see. When is that your first book that you published then on what we're talking about? So from start to finish, what would you say is?
Yeah, they make it real easy, right? So again, all you need is a Word document, and I think you could even use a PDF, but I think they prefer a Word document. And you just upload that to Kindle. They will even help you pick your own cover. I got a little more sophisticated where I hired cover artists as I got deeper into this. But my first book, I used the Amazon cover, they let you design it yourself. But then I took a course with Cody Hawk. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Does that name still come up anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know. I'm so busy doing my own thing. It's hard to check so many other people out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Cody and Steve Rakin put together this like publishing course back in 2014 or so. And it was $99, but man, they helped me tremendously. You get out of a course what you put into it, right? So I think I went and plowed through half of it and got just enough knowledge and excitement out of it to, kind of keep going after my first book. And then I hired ghostwriters and tried that, and it was okay, but none of those sold. And it wasn't until I was in a hotel room back in 2015 or 16. And I'm kind of a mystic, my master's degree is in theology, so I'm kind of a bit of a mystic. So what I tell you here might kind of blow some people's minds, but I really felt like the Lord was telling me to publish some more books. So the one book I was trying to get on audio was the Book of Enoch. This is a book out of the Dead Sea Scrolls, out of the Qumran caves of Israel that were found, 2,000 years ago. So I went on to Audible and I wanted to listen to that book, and it was not available. And I knew enough about publishing at that point where I'm like, you know what? I'll go to the public domain and I'll find that book, and I'll put some commentary to that book, and I'll hire a cover artist to that book, and we're going to put that into an audio. So I put it. Amazon makes it really easy. Once you do the Kindle, then you can click a button and it'll say, "Do you want it on print on demand?" As long as you got your cover and your text ready, you just upload it. It's very, very simple. And I'm not even the best at like how to, 1, 2, 3, but most people that are watching this are intuitive enough, especially if they figured out FBA. You could definitely figure out how to publish your own book. Well, long story short, I put that book into Kindle first with the help of an editor and a typesetter, Eric Rivalto, who I met through that course I took. And then I found a faith-based audio narrator named Steve Cook, who auditioned on another platform Amazon offers called ACX. That's the arm that Amazon has that gets you able to put it into a audiobook, right? And it puts it up on Audible and iTunes. So you basically put a little bit of your manuscript up on ACX and you have people audition for it. Now you can choose to pay them up front for that, or you can just pay them nothing and do a 50-50 royalty split. Well, I didn't have a lot of money at the time to plow into this because I was exploring, right? So I did a 50-50 split. And so the Book of Enoch ran up to number 1 in 2017. It passed Joel Osteen, Joyce Myers, and some of the other big Tim Tebow. Yeah, amazing. To this day, it's still in the top, I'd say 10, mostly in the top 5 in about 3 categories. Just that one book. So, folks, you only need one thing to hit in your career, right? You could try 1,000 things, and it's that one thing that hits. You nail it, right? So, I'll stop talking just for a second, just see if you had wanted to check in, and I'm sure my camera's moving because I'm holding it with my hand. So, I apologize for that.
Maybe we're still seeing you kind of lower, so it's hard for me to put anything underneath you. So if you can maybe adjust it a little bit.
Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, that's so much better.
I'm so
there
sorry.
You go.
Yeah.
There we go. We can see you so much better.
Yeah.
We had to make some adjustments with our technical difficulty, but we're making it work, and that's exciting. Yeah. And so, you know, there's so many different ways to make money on Amazon, and that's one of the things we're going to be doing at our event. We're going to have several different ways, and you know, like I preach all day long, it's not taking your focus away as much as it is, you know, diversification is key. And so this is what's exciting to me, is because this is a little bit new to me. It's always something that I've always wanted to do. Does this have anything to do with, I guess, what's called KDP? Is that kind of similar to what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah. It's right. It's the Kindle. That's what they call the Kindle. I don't even know. I don't even know what it stands for right now.
Okay.
But I do. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things, and I'm sorry I'm moving again. One of the things that I learned as an FBA reseller was how to advertise on Amazon, right? With the Amazon marketing. Yeah. You use the Amazon marketing service?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was I was spending some money on that for my books, as well as doing targeted Facebook ads. And Audible reached out to me and said, your book's getting a lot of traction. We're going to put your book on special this month. What does that mean? Well, we had like 200 orders in a day times 3 days that it was on special. That's when it, and I have the screenshot of when it went over Joel Osteen's book. So, I mean, you know, getting yourself some of that marketing that you learn as an Amazon reseller really came in handy. And to this day, I use, right now I have 24 books on Amazon. And probably half of them, at any given time, I'm running ads on Amazon marketing services. So you can, you know, those are really easy. They're inexpensive. You can spend as much or as little on those as you want. And you can get all the analytics as to click-throughs and what your percentages are. And then with Facebook, I went through a lot of trial and error to figure out what was my target audience. Find out that after trying to advertise in multiple countries under multiple audiences, that my target audience is a male 35 to 65 in Iraq.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I target that every single day, and it keeps my books up there. So it's really wild when you start testing the marketing that's available now through great analytics like Facebook advertising and Amazon advertising.
So 24 books. How long has it taken you to have 24 books up?
Since 2013. And okay. I've really slowed down my publishing of those in the last year and a half, just due to my schedule. But what was cool is I reached out to some other authors that were creating great content, and I said, hey, I've started a little audiobook publishing business where I have this great guy that can read, and so they've hired me, and so I basically have turned into a bit of an audiobook publisher for others. So I've got a gentleman named Dr. Ken Johnson who has authored multiple books, and right now he has signed with me to do, and Steve Cook, my audio guy, to do the audiobooks for him. So now I'm actually working with other authors to help them, and then I market their books, right? So that's one of the advantages I bring to the table to other authors that want to put their books into audio, is that I help with the marketing.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I know that, I know the word Kindle, and I know the books and word books, and I know that it works. I mean, I hear it through you, and I have a lot of other friends who do this. I know there are different methods. I mean, some people do, I guess, I don't know exactly as far as what method it is that they do, but they're able to upload several at a time, creating journals or whatever, I'm sure that's a whole nother topic for another day. But what I'm gathering, though, guys, is that, this is another stream of income that you can do. And, he will be touching on this in more depth at the event.
Yeah.
And I added his link in the comments that you guys can find. What has all his books and everything that he has. And I wonder if you have anything before we let these folks go that you want to offer. If I'm going to post your link for our event up here in the comments, and do you have anything that you might want to add as, for a bonus of anybody that wants to join through your link to come and meet you at the event? Maybe you can offer, I don't know, a 15-20 minute consultation or whatever, anything.
I'm happy to. I mean, I'm here to just share my knowledge. I'm not here to really shill anything. I will have some of my books with me so people can see what I've done. By the way, that's KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And right. So yeah, I mean, if they want to, do a one-on-one with me, I'm happy to do that. Everybody has something they can share, right? In writing and in audio. And I think that's the key that I want to leave everybody with is, what is it that you are prolific about? Do you write poems? Do you write songs? And that's the ultimate, what I would call passive income, right? When you do it once and it just keeps making you money over and over and over. And you just wash, rinse, repeat, tweak the marketing. That's really what it's all about. Just like when you're selling a product on Amazon. Same thing. But here you get to do the creative part of yourself and extend that into some type of written or audible format.
I love those words, rinse and repeat, because, in the Amazon world, I have a category of my business that's called replenishables, which many know. It's the type of thing that you can buy over and over and over again. So once Robert has a book up, it's like it's up, it's on Amazon, it stays there. And you heard him, he has them ranked higher or whatever. So, once you get one of your books up, it's there. And then you just rinse, repeat. And I'm sure the process probably gets faster and faster, right? It's just like riding a bike or learning a new skill for the first time, right? We learn it and it takes us a little bit of time, to learn it. But once we know it, we get up and we know to put our shoes on and get on the bike and start going. So it sounds like, it's a method that you can learn from Robert, at the event, and it will take you from step 1 through step however many to get your book, up and running, and you'll have an asset. It's an asset. I look at it like that. We have this passive income, recurring passive income where you have this asset that's out there. It's created. Yes, it took you some hard work, but it's there. And it's there for people to, once you get it up there and bought it, it's there forever, right? Until you take it down. Unless Amazon does something and just says, we're going to take it off or whatever. But it's super interesting. This topic has always interested me, and I'm super excited to have you, Robert. An honor to have you and the 21 other speakers that we will be interviewing at this event. For those of you who are coming, we are 30 days away from the event. The link is right underneath our names right there. It's also in the Facebook comments. If you buy through that link, Robert you can come to the event, talk to him about his things. I'm sure he'll have a consultation with you. Tell him, that you came and saw his interview on Facebook or wherever you're seeing this particular live stream. And we have so many more people that we're going to be interviewing over the next few weeks to give you a tidbit of what they're going to be doing at the event. And like we say, it's 3 days here in Houston. April the 4th through the 6th, we have a VIP dinner for those who choose that option. And we are super excited to have, this is our second time to do this. Last year was amazing. And we had amazing speakers last year. We have amazing speakers this year. And it's not just the speakers, guys, it's the attendees that this particular event attracts. So, Robert, I can feel the goodness coming from your heart, and we're super excited to meet you. And is your lovely wife, you said, going to come with you?
Oh, she can't because of our kids are dividing and conquering on spring break, but I was hoping she could, and I appreciate that you put my picture with my beautiful wife up on the thing there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we tried. Maybe next time. But
yeah, absolutely. So anyway, you can tell he's a family man, and and he has some amazing books. You guys should check his books out in the link. And anyway, thanks, Robert, for taking your time out. Thank you, viewers who have taken time out of your evening to be here with us. If you come on here and you're on the replay, you can hashtag replay. so we know that you came on. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in here. I'm sure Robert will monitor them as well. Yeah. And again, thanks, Robert. And thanks, viewers, for being on here. And we have more to come.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Thanks, Joy. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Robert. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.